Hi YouTubers, I'm glad you're all here. Thank you very much for joining me. At 10:02 a.m. there at Mira Loma near Riverside, there was a magnitude 3.6 earthquake. Within this map, let me pull it out for you. Here we got Loma Linda. There has been 18 earthquakes within the last week. Just within the last day, 24 hours, there's been 9 earthquakes. EMSC said it was a magnitude 4.1, and there's been 192 reports sent into them. Here's one of the reports saying it was a good shake. Bed and window shook. Another one there by Rancho Cucamonga said, what a jolt. Pictures on walls and doors shook. Another one from Rancho Cucamonga. Sorry for pronouncing that wrong. Rumble and shake. Quite a 4-second shake. Same location. Felt like a big thump. Now this comes from Fortuna. Like our house rear-ended. Knocked down a box of cereal. Another one said it was a loud booming. Heard it coming, then felt it. I live in Fontana. Let's see. It was a hard jolt. We felt earthquakes from Fontana, California. Did not last long, maybe a second or two. Low rumble heard 4 to 5 seconds before powerful jolt of a P wave. Felt like west to east movement. Here's a location of the recent earthquakes. Now, not far from here, in 2019, I found an article about an earthquake swarm that happened within just 1 week. Over 250 earthquakes. But then I found an image from USGS about that 2019 earthquake swarm. So between May 25th and June 11th, it says here there was 827 events. All the black dots are earthquakes between 1981 and 2018. Now let me bring this up. I would assume that there is a fault line that runs through here. And I'll bring it down a little bit. Now according to Lucy Jones, there is a fault line more than likely through here. It's a left lateral fault line. And most of it's buried with sediment. So that one person described the movement from west to east. And you can see all the black dots in this area. This is the Jurupa Valley. You can see it printed down there. Let me move this up a little bit. And I'll bring this down where you can see where it states that the black dots are from 1981 to 2018. Blue stars, it says, are a magnitude greater than a 4.0. Now they would be to the west. Let me bring it up. And there's some right up here along the St. Andreas fault zone. Some of these quakes are fairly close to the interstate. This one here I marked in red because it was smack dab underneath the interstate. This would go over Mission Boulevard and Interstate 15, it looks like. So let me pull this out and it'll show all the earthquakes. And then we got Interstate 15 and 60. Let me bring it out a little bit more and show you the quakes. Now she claims that any earthquake has a 5% chance of being a foreshock for something much larger. I found other documents that state there is a 20% chance that any earthquake could be a foreshock for something much larger. So if you were living there in 2019 and you did not get earthquake prepared, the recent swarm that looks like it could be just starting should be a wake-up call to be prepared. Not just the shortage of goods from problems with transportation, The coming railroad strike is going to really increase the shortages. Crop losses around the world and here in the United States, there's probably going to be about 50% less crops harvested this year, which would be on the shelves later this year and next year. The threat of war and inflation should be another reason to prepare, put up food. Yeah, now they're saying there's a sugar shortage. Of course, we know about the flour shortage. Evidently, the egg shortage is going to be starting again soon. They're culling chickens in Ohio because of an outbreak of bird flu there. And even medical supplies are in short supply. Yeah, think of every scenario when you're preparing for a disaster, not just earthquakes. And it's a very good way to beat inflation. 1,277 people said they felt this earthquake. USGS gave it an intensity level of 5, meaning it was felt indoors by most people. Some breakage of dishes, windows, plaster, and disturbance of tall object. Well, that one guy said his cereal fell off the shelf. It was felt as far south as San Diego, as far east as Palm Desert, and Santa Monica, and Palmdale. It was felt as far north. So did you feel this earthquake? Are you prepared for any type of disaster, not just earthquakes? Are your shelves bolted, your cupboards bolted to the wall, your hot water heater bolted, things removed from above the bed? Do you have a plan for a major earthquake? And did you feel this earthquake? Please put that information down below. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Please stay safe, and I'll talk to you later. God bless you. Bye.